Respect, Christopher. How you doing? In the name of my ancestors, peace forever and always, and welcome to another edition of what I call the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I am the gatekeeper or host of this program, known here on social media, wherever you may find me. I am known as the Mighty One, Angel Snub Nub 7. I am also your soul brother, number one. Man, this is a real nice day. Like 63 degrees. Not too long ago, all this was brown. All this was brown and there was snow. It was, rotten leaves. I'm doing the same thing like you, brother Christopher, taking it day by day. It would be much better would take the appropriate and correct actions in order to solve our current dilemma. But unfortunately, it seems as though, and history has proven over and over again, that we must learn things the hard way. And that's sad. See, one of the gifts that a child has is parents. And what parents do is that they hand their wisdom down from their experiences to their children so their children don't have to deal with or face the things they had to go through. This is the purpose of the elders. They hand what they know of in life down to their children. It is amazing that many of us are self-made scholars and we're so smart and all like this. We have elders that are alive right now that we ignore because, quite honestly, I understand because so many of our elders, they have failed us. They have failed their generation. They have failed their children. So it's frustrating. You don't know whether to listen to your elders or not because our elders have not been successful in really changing our condition, but we must be merciful and we must be compassionate on our elders because remember, we spent a lot of our time in slavery. And slavery is all that we know. So when you transition from being enslaved over 100 years, look, enslaved for over 300 years, and you transition from that to being let loose, not set free, let loose. That's a hellified experience. You don't know what to do. And that's exactly what our ancestors done. They had no idea. They were enslaved for 300 years. All of a sudden, you set me free. What am I supposed to do? I don't know about no freedom. I could imagine listening to some of those slaves saying, we free. What is that? I got to do on my own. They don't know nothing about that. They don't know anything about being independent. They don't know nothing about being free. And see, that's some of our problem. So that's one of the reasons why I really do everything I can to keep myself in check because I have to understand we've never been free. We don't know nothing about it. We talk about it. It sounds good, but we really don't know what liberation and freedom and all. We really don't know what that is. You've been slaves 300 years. And you suffered even after physical slavery. You suffered under harsh conditions, and we still, to this day, we still suffer under those conditions because physical slavery came to an end for some of us. Some of us are in jails and prisons and mental institutions. Slavery continues on, but we have to get up every morning and go to a job and work for somebody else. And the only thing we did go from one kind of slavery to another kind of slavery. And this even includes Caucasian people and Chinese people all over the world. The current powers that be have made the planet of human beings. This planet is nothing but a planet of slaves. Whether you are in India or Africa, any of these continents, especially where you find civilization, you find people who are enslaved. But that is a very, very large problem to solve. Right now, we cannot even attempt to try to help humanity until we help ourselves. We must help ourselves. I cannot give you $10 if I don't have $10 to give to myself. That's not how it works. So in order for us, and I have empathy for all those who suffer all over this world, who are human beings, and I feel sorry for animal life also, because animal life, this planet has been mistreated also. But there's nothing I can do until I change my own condition. So that's what we concentrate on right now. Changing our own condition. First, we must clean our own house up first. So I'm not angry at you. I'm not really angry at you because you know what is called the Mississippi Campaign. You know that it's the right thing to do. But because of our experience in this nation, we don't want to gravitate toward something like that, because really freedom is a scary thing. You don't know nothing about it. You actually fear freedom and liberty like you do death. In fact, in order to gain freedom and liberty, many must die. You must suffer. You must sacrifice. And, we need to just be honest with ourselves. We're not ready to do that. Because you love your YouTube, you love your Facebook, you love going to Disneyland, you like going to the liquor store, you like your weed. You're not really interested. You want to feel like you're interested. So you make Umar Johnson rich and Farrakhan rich, Jesse Jackson rich, anybody that can talk to make you feel good, you don't mind making them rich so they can give you the illusion of something that you do want, but you're not ready to actually go get it. That is why people stay away from me, because I understand, and the late and great Malcolm X understood exactly what it means and what you need to do in order to liberate yourself from an oppressor. I don't want to keep us here long. In fact, I don't know how long this internet, I've been having problems going live lately. Technical difficulties. So it's doing pretty well right now. Let me try to get into and make my point, what I want to say in this brief moment here. I just want to say, man, look how nice and pretty that is out there. I don't know how well you can see that. It's so nice and green. I love, that's life. Life. Winter represents a type of death. But then spring and summer comes, represents rebirth, life. And for us, living in America among races, we've been in winter, we've been in death going on 500 years. And see, this is another reason. Since we live in death, we don't know what life is about. So it's hard for you to fight for your life when the only thing you know of is death. The only thing you know of is being in a coma, suspended animation. You don't know, we don't know what it really means to be alive. We don't know what it means to be green and living and building and producing. Because with spring comes sex. And I'm not talking about the sex that y'all think about, but the sex reproduction, the making of life, vision into futures. We don't know nothing about that because we've been living a slave existence going on 500 years. I want to say that don't think the Mississippi campaign has gone anywhere, because it has not. I don't give up easy. This here is not going nowhere. When the right people show up, you'll see the movement. Right now, the right people have not shown up, and I don't care. I can wait if we have the time. It's not guaranteed that we have the time. I had a lot of people telling me that they support and they want to help, but I have not received none of that. I don't know. I hear the talk. Matter of fact, I had some people talking to me all the time, and then when it was time to go to work, all of a sudden they got personal problems. They got things to do. Something comes up when it's time really to do the work. But like I said, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. The Mississippi campaign is not going nowhere. When I critique these other so-called solutions, and these people say, well, what's your solution? I got it right here. And then when I present it to them, I don't hear nothing from them no more. I don't hear nothing from them no more, because what they have does not compare. And I'm going to show you in a second why it does not compare to what I call Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign. I want to make very clear, though, brothers and sisters, I do not make mockery of our solutions. None of them. No matter what it is. I do not make mockery of us. When you are in a fight, you do whatever you can to win. You scratch, you kick, you do everything that you can to win. But see, that's an unorganized fight. When you are a real fighter, you want to fight to be effective. I will say that again. A professional fighter is organized. A professional fighter is trained. We, as the descendants of slaves born in America having Aboriginal or African ancestry, we fight disorganized. We are just out here flailing about, doing anything. Nothing is organized about us. But we're fighting. I cannot make mockery of anybody trying and willing to fight. But chances are you're going to lose, because you're fighting an organized fighter. You're fighting an organized opponent, and you're going to lose. They're not going to be wasting their energy just striking out at the air. Every time they strike, they want to hit you. They want to cause bodily harm. They want to bust your nose, break your jaw. They're not gonna just be throwing punches. Every punch is an effort to cause you harm. But the way we do things, we're just flailing our arms. And don't you know it takes more? Woo! Don't you know it takes more energy to miss a target than hit a target? And for 500 years, we've been missing. And that's why we as a people, we're tired. We're tired of fighting. We're tired of the fight. So I'd rather listen to somebody that tell me that they got a good fight going on. You know, let's listen to Tariq Nasheed and Jaja Ali and Cynthia G. And let's just listen to somebody I feel good about a fight that I have not won. But again, like I said, I'm not making mockery of our solutions. Our solutions is fighting, but it's not good enough. I'm gonna explain why. See, look, another thing. Many of you, there's an old saying. Why do I keep getting behind these slow people? Hold on a second here. I gotta make a move. These slow people, they mess up my groove. And they sightseeing. Man, you done seen this same grass for the last 50 years. What you sightseeing for? Really? Noise. Okay, back to business. Look, there's an old saying, some people are too smart for their own good. You see that in the Black conscious community. You see that in RBG. You see that in Kemetic teachings. You see that in the Nation of Islam. You see that in all this blackity black, pro-black, first black, black, black. They are smart. And you are. You too damn smart for your own good. Yes, you are smart. Yes, you are intelligent. You got the information. You done your research. You have the supreme wisdom. All that kind of good stuff. But you too damn smart for your own good. You're so smart that you don't recognize and don't understand the simple. Smart, so intelligent, so educated, but yet you don't understand the simple, the basic. Let me say this to us. When I was a little boy, I love fruit. I still love fruit to this day. As a little boy, I climbed a lot of apple trees. A lot of just love fruit. I climbed these trees. Now look, now it takes energy. Matter of fact, everything that we do takes energy. Now, when I'm climbing this tree and I'm looking at these branches, it takes energy to climb these trees. Now, when I'm looking at the branches for my fruit, now I'm using the energy. Now, do I move toward the branch that has one apple on it, or do I move toward the branch that have 3 apples on it? Of course, if you have any sense, because you're gonna use the same amount of energy, we know that it's better to move toward the branch with the 3 apple energy, the same energy going trying to get 1 apple, and you could get 3 apples. Even when we go shopping, you take your dollar and you buying a product. Wouldn't you rather get 3 for $1 or 1 for $1? Of course, you want to try to stretch that $1 can get 3 instead of 1. Why don't you look at your liberation? Why don't you look at your struggle in kind of manner? No matter that you choose, and like I said, I'm not going to say solutions are good, but the energy that you're using for those solutions, you could be getting more for your money. This is where the Mississippi campaign, comes in. Because you're not going to get more for your money than what the Mississippi campaign, once you accomplish that, there's none of these solutions can give you more bang for your buck. You're doing the effort, you're doing the work, get something more for your money. The problem here is our own greed and what we personally want. This is not about what I want personally. This is not about what you want personally. This is about what you say. You claim you stand for the people. I do this for my people. Then you should do it for your people. Whatever energy, whatever money, whatever support, whatever we got should go into an effort to get the most bang out of your buck. And so you're getting a little something, but you're not getting all what you could get. You get a business, you get an African-centered school, you get some more education for whatever reason you need that for. Whatever your solution is, you get little tiny things, but I bet you don't get a state. I bet you don't get that. But if you put all your efforts in taking control of a state, you will get all those things that you're after and more. You will be getting more bang for your buck. But the problem is your greed, your arrogance, your selfishness, and your unwillingness to work with your brothers and sisters and unify. Because that's the only way the Mississippi campaign can work, is that we must take all the efforts that we're doing that is not going to produce very little, so that we can put our efforts together to get a big result. You're not willing to do that. So you will continue for the next 10, 20 years doing the same exact thing that they done in 1960, 1950, 1930, and so on. You're not doing nothing no different. Doing the same thing that Marcus Garvey, RBG, doing the same thing that Marcus Garvey did. In fact, and then what makes it so bad, you're doing the same thing that Elijah Muhammad done, the same thing that Malcolm and Marcus Garvey and the Black Panther, you're doing the same stuff they done, and you're not even getting the result that they got. You're getting even less. You're getting even less because that was for their time. This is your time. So you use your brain and come up with what you want to do for your time. Going into the past, trying to rehash and flip the past around. You got all this wisdom and understanding and information and doing the same stuff they did 2,000, 5,000, 40, 50 years ago. But you so damn smart. You're too damn smart for your own good. So smart, it has made you dumb. So smart, it has made you deaf. So smart, it has made you blind. You're not gonna get nowhere. And that's not hating, that's not jealousy, that's facts. The proof is in the pudding. The only thing you gotta do is take a look. Ain't nobody producing nothing except a bunch of damn talk. Come to my lecture. Come hear me talk. That's all. There's nothing of substance nobody has produced. You're not even producing what your elders produced. Then you turn around and talk about the elders didn't do this and the elders didn't do that. And you're not producing what the elders produced. On top of that, you are becoming an elder yourself and you complain about what somebody else didn't do. When these young children start looking up at you as an elder, what are you going to have to give them? What you going to tell them? Nothing. Because you're not willing to do the right thing. You want to waste your time. You want to waste your efforts on something that produces little. Instead of using your dollar to get 3 for $1 because you are selfish, you satisfy with that one item. You are satisfied with producing nothing except you feel good. Well, y'all keep feeling good. Keep being a feel-good, happy-ass slave. Because that's the reality of it. A feel-good, happy-ass slave. As long as you reject, as long as you don't want to get involved, as long as you don't want to organize, you got better things to do. You got something else to do. I got personal things in my life and all this other stuff that that some of these people tell me. Well, you keep doing that. Enjoy your damn slave life. Enjoy living with racists. When I see your happy ass on the news, got your ass whooped, some cracker done killed you, don't expect no tears from me. I don't even shed tears. It's sad. I don't even shed tears for us no more. You don't want to do what's right. You live with racists. Then you get what's coming to you. Why should I cry? Why should I cry? You're not trying to do better. Don't want to do better. You get what you're asking for. So don't expect me to cry. And please don't cry for me. I don't want your damn tears. Because if we had done the right thing, chances are there was a big chance we wouldn't have to continue to live like this. But you're satisfied with living like it. So enjoy. Enjoy slavery. Enjoy your happiness. Don't say that you wasn't told, because you be telling a lie. But you willing, I guess you're willing to suffer the consequences of your actions, because just like I tell Christian people, they always say, well, if you don't believe in Jesus, you're going to go to hell. Well, I guess I'm going to hell. I'm willing to suffer the consequences of my actions. So I guess y'all think the same kind of way. Okay, oh well, I understand now. So you doom your children, your great-grandchildren. I hope they make it. Wish them the best of luck, because they're going to need it. Because their adults, their elders, continue to fail because they're too damn smart for their own good. With that said, man, this did beautiful. Nice and great. Man, this is a nice day. Woo! Can you imagine a day like this? And you living in an environment that you control or that you own, that you run, and there's no alcoholism, there's no drug addiction, there's no teenage pregnancy, because I mean we got it going on. That's not a fantasy. That can be real. But you got to be like Spike Lee. You got to do the right thing. Man, you just don't know. I go to Mississippi. Well, I was born in Mississippi. But man, what we could do with that state. Man. See, there's another old saying. One man's trash is another man's treasure. Nobody don't really look at Mississippi as much. You know, it's a poverty-stricken state. But since we got all this knowledge, all this understanding, we so damn smart, then we should be able to go to that state and flip it. Make a poverty-stricken state into one of the richest states in this union. And everybody around the world will look at us as dark-skinned descendants in a whole new manner, whole different way. And you say that's what you are. You say you're a god and a goddess and a king and a queen, but you damn sure don't act like it. Because a goddess, a king and a queen, if you really believe that, you can easily take over and control Mississippi. Matter of fact, might be able to take over the whole United States. I like to think big. I was taught in the Nation of Islam, the universe belongs to the black man. So if the universe belongs to the black man, we damn sure can take control, take over the United States, right? See, that's the way I think. Take it over. Ain't a damn thing they can do about it, except complain. On that note, it's such a nice day. Hell, I might be back and run my mouth some more. Everybody else like to talk. Let me talk too. And getting the bang out of my buck. You need to talk to inspire. You need talk for communication. But talk needs to be backed up by work. If you don't have any work backing up your talk, it really don't mean too much of nothing. On that note, I'm gonna probably take a break. I might come back and talk some more. As Don Cornelius always says, important. Thank y'all for listening. Those in the chat room, on Facebook, and those who will listen to this commentary later on, I really appreciate it. You also take care, soul brother Christopher. Love y'all. I really do. After 500 years, we deserve better, man. You deserve better. We deserve heaven on earth. We suffered enough. I catch y'all on the flip. Peace.